Hello dear students, I hope you're doing well. For today we are going to talk about Unit 1, Student's Life. In here the title of this unit is Student Life. And for each unit we have 3 parts. As I mentioned it before, we have reading part, writing part and vocabulary development. In here we will start with the reading part. How do you read? That is a title for our reading part. How do you read? What kind of reader are you? Complete the cues. Discuss your answer with a partner. We have this quiz. We must read it and you must select the answer according to your life. That's just like a quiz for you. Okay, you are not obligated to answer like others. You are free. خنکارانی عزیز شورت کویزەمان هەیە ئەمە ئەگەڕێتەوە بۆ خۆتان یعنی بە پێیژیانی خۆت بەپێی ئەوەی کە تۆ چۆن حەز ئەەکەی بخوێنیتەوە بڕیاری لەسەر ئەدەی. Okay, we have 3 questions in here. I like to read. We have 4 options for answering this. A. At the desk or table. B. In a comfortable place. C. On a journey. D. Anywhere. Where do you like to read? ئایا حەز ئەەکەن لەکوێ بخوێنەوە؟ Choose a place that you like to read in there. Look at the picture. You can guess, you can predict the unit by looking at the picture. We have this boy reading a book and he's sitting in front of the door. Okay, where do you like to read? Okay, choose a place, a desk or table, or in a comfortable place. Comfortable, it means asuda. On a journey, the anywhere. For example, I like to read in a comfortable place. I like to read on a journey. Okay, you can choose a place according to your life, according to your desire. Okay, question number 1, answering the question where do you like to read? Answering where. And for number 2, I read slowly and carefully. How do you read? Tell me, how do you read? Okay, for example, I read slowly. I read slowly. How? کاتە پرسیاری یەکەمان جوابی کوێشنی لەکوێیە و پرسیاری دووەممان how چۆنێتی خوێندنەوەکەمان دیاری ئەکات. For example, I always read slowly and carefully. Or we have some frequency adverbs in here, we can use them. Okay, I always read slowly and carefully. I usually read slowly and carefully. I sometimes or never. Okay, if you don't read slowly and carefully, you can say I never read slowly and carefully. You can use these adverbs for describing your reading speed, if that is slowly or that is quickly. Okay, number 3, when I read something in English, okay, when you are going to read something in English, okay, what do you do? If you don't understand a word or if you don't understand a sentence, what do you do? کاتێک کە تۆ تێکستێک یاخود کتێبێک بە ئینگلیزی ئەخوێنیتەوە یعنی ئینگلیزی بێت لە وشەیەک یاخود لە ڕستەیەک تێناگەیت پێویستە شی بکەیتەوە پێویستە چێکی بکەیت یاخود ئەتوانی پرسیار لە خەڵک بکەیت. Okay, we have some options in here. You can choose one of them. When I read something in English, A. I check every new word in a dictionary. Checking every new word. Or B. I check a few of the new words. Not checking all of them, only check few of them. Okay, for A we have every new word, checking all of them. B. Checking few of the new words. C. I just read and try to understand. Okay, maybe your friend said I just read and try to understand. من تنها أما بخون بو لي تبقى not checking the words. D. I only look at the pictures and the headings. Okay. لو أنا هوريكي تريد تنها سيري picture كوينة كبكاتو heading كبخونة توا قرنجي با ديتيلو بناوربنا دات. Okay. You can choose one of them according to your reading, according to your text. Okay. You are free for choosing one of them. And checking words, you can use dictionary for checking words, and you can get many informations from dictionary. For example, the meaning, the definition, the synonyms, and the part of speech. بوكچون اماجن فكرت بشتريش اما اتواني ل dictionary و چند زانياريك من دست كبت بونونا واتاي وشكا ياخد بناسكي ياخد part of speech و example. Okay, choose one of them according to you. You are not obligated to answer as your friend. You are free for choosing one of them. Okay, look at the words in the box. Do we usually read these things slowly or quickly? Complete the table and compare answers with a partner. Okay, choose one of them. We have two topics in here, we have two headings in here, reading quickly and reading slowly. In the box we have some words. We must separate them and writing them under the best title for them. That one belonging to reading quickly or belongs to reading slowly. Let's make them as a list or make separating them for reading quickly and reading slowly. We have newspaper. Do you usually read newspaper quickly or slowly? Poem. In here we have a poem. What does it mean? Can you tell me the meaning of poem? Okay. Poem, it means شعر غنراوة. And textbook هر كتابك بيت نسرابك بيت novel. What does it mean? Novel. Novel, it means roman. And we have magazine, report, telephone directory, and definition. Definition, it means penasa. Telephone directory, it means address book. Okay, we have these words. Okay, let's decide which one belongs to reading quickly and which one belongs to reading slowly. In here we have newspaper. Okay, most of the people buy newspaper and they are going to the bus station or taxi station. They are reading newspapers. Okay, they are going to read newspapers and walking. It means newspaper belongs to what? Belongs to reading quickly. كاتك زوربيك سكان كلا بازار نيا خلا شانا بشتكانن newspaper أكرن وبدن بياسو تاقنا bus station كان newspaper ورجنامة أخوان أو ماني أوي كان newspaper أقرتو بخوانوي خيرا توتواني بخيراي بخوانيتو. Okay, newspaper for reading quickly. Reading quickly. I'll write Q for quickly and S for reading slowly as a symbol for reading slowly. Poem. You must read poem and you must understand every word, every line, and you must read it by heart. That's why poem belongs to reading slowly. We have a textbook. You have an examination and you are obligated to understand everything, to save everything, to record everything. That's why textbook belongs to reading slowly. Novel. Okay, tell me, how do you read novels? How? Okay, if you say reading novels slowly, you are wrong, because reading slowly for novels you need a year for completing this. أجر نوفل باخد رومان بخاي بخواني توصالك بيسا تاوكو توايبكي. That's why novel belongs to reading quickly. Okay, most of the people when they read novels, they are in hurry to complete that novel, to know what happened at the end. What happened? زۆربەی کەسەکان کە نۆڤڵە خوێن و ڕۆمانە خوێن و بە پەلم بزان لە کۆتاییات چی ڕوئات یاخود کۆتایی نۆڤڵەکە ئەگات بەکوێ. کاتە reading novels belongs to reading quickly. Okay, quickly. Magazine, newspaper, they are belonging to reading quickly. And report, when you submit your report or hand in your report, I will check every word by word, line by line. I will check all of them, okay? That's why reports belongs to read slowly. Telephone directory, you are in hurry, you need an address, and you call or you ask for an address. That's why telephone directory belongs to reading quickly. Definitions, penasa, ياخد descriptions of things, like teacher. The teacher is a person who teaches people. That's the definition of a teacher. Definitions are short. That's why they are important. You need to read them slowly and carefully to understand and to remember. Definitionەکان پێناسەکان تۆ پێویستە بە شێوازی بخوێنیتەوە کە بیرت بمێنێ و سەیڤی بکەیت. That's why definitions belongs to reading slowly. Okay. We have an article in here. Look at the picture. We have a girl. She's reading a book or she's reading a novel. Okay. Look at here. What is she doing? She's reading a book. Okay, tell me, where is she? Where is she? She's walking on the stairs. Okay, we have this article about reading. Read the magazine article. How do you read? Compare your lists in exercise 2 with the informations in the article. We have this article. Let's read it. How do you read? Okay, let's read it. Okay, how do you read? People read in many different places. For example, in a park, on a bus, or in a car. This is because books, newspapers, magazines, and so on are easy to carry. كواتها خلق لشيني جاوز أخوانتها ولا بارك بيت باص بيت لنا سيارة بيت چونك هندك وكو كتاب بيت ياخو newspaper ومagazine آسان بو تگشتن, easy to carry, easy to understand. That's why most of the people reading them in hurry or in different places, in different places, different ways and different speeds. كاتا شوني جاوز وهروارقي جاوز for reading وهروا بخيراي جاوز. We have different ways and different speeds. Speed, it means خيراي. Sometimes we read quickly. We just want to get the general idea from the newspaper article or a report, okay, or a book in a bookshop. But before reading this, I want to tell you, okay, I want to mention something in here. We have 3 ways of reading. We have 3 ways of reading. Number 1, okay, number 1, skim. Number 2, scan. we have three ways of reading: skim, scan, and intensive reading. Skimming, what does it mean? Did you hear that? Did you hear that before? Okay, skim, what does it mean? It means when you are reading something in general. Okay, just you want to get the general idea about this. Okay, to get general idea. Okay, what does it mean, skim? When you are checking a text or when you are reading a text, a paragraph, an essay, you just want to get the general idea about this. You are not going to read details or read in details. You want to get the general idea, okay? Or something about this passage, about this text, nothing else. کاتێککە بتەوێت تەنها شتێکی گشتی دەربارەی بابەتەکە تێبگەیت پێی ئەوترێت سکیم. ئەنی ناچیتە ناو دیتەیلەوە بزانی بەوردی بچیتە ناو مۆزوعەکەەوە، تەنها بە شێوەیەکی گشتی سەیری بابەتەکە ئەەکەی. And we have scan. Scan, it means getting specific information. You want to get specific information in that text, in that paragraph, in that article. Specific information like what? Specific information like number, year, or name. Specific informations like number, year, and names. For example, someone outside this class looked at our class and said, "Oh, who are they? Who are they?" Okay, he can or she can recognize that I'm a teacher and you're a student. Okay, and he or she can say that is in an English class. An English class. Generally that is an English class. But in specific, when we want to scan it, okay, he gonna say how old are they? How many students do you have? Okay, or he can say can you tell me the numbers of students or phone number of that students or family member or family names? These specific informations belong to scanning. Okay, how old are they? Their names and their phone numbers and other specific informations belong to scanning. وەک ئاماژەم پێ کرد سکانینگ ئەو جۆرە ئەو جۆرە ڕیدینگەیە کە تۆ بۆ نمونە ئەگەڕیت بە دوای زانیاری وردی وەکو ناو، وەکو ژمارە یاخود ساڵ. وەنە کەسێک لە دەرەوەی ئەم کلاسە سەیری ناو کلاسەکە ئەکات ئەزانێت کە ئەمە کلاسێکی ئینگلیزیە، بەڵام نازانێت ڕێژەی خوێندکارەکان چەندێکە یاخود ناویان چییە یاخود تەمەنیان چەندە. ئەگەر بپرسێت ناوی خوێندکارەکانت چییە، تەمەنیان چەندە، ژمارەی فۆن نەمبەرەکانیان چەندە، مۆبایلەکانیان چەندە، ئەو کاتە ئەو زانیاری وردانە ئەچێتە قەڵبی سکانکردنەوە، قەڵبی سکانینگەوە. And we have another ways of reading: intensive reading. Intensive reading, it means study reading. Study reading, it means you are going to understand everything and save, record everything. کاتێک ئەتەوێت لە هەموو شتێک تێبگەیت بۆ خوێندن ئەی خوێنیتەوە ئەو شتە، بۆ سعیکردن ئەی خوێنیتەوە، لە ئەتەوێت لە هەموو شتێک تێبگەیت پێوترێ intensive reading or study reading. Okay, let's back to that article. Sometimes we read quickly, we just want to get a general idea from newspaper article, a report, or a book in a bookshop. Okay, we just want to get a general idea. Perhaps we want to know what it's about or if it's interesting or important. We call this type of reading skimming. Skimming, it means just getting the general idea For example, you are in a bookshop. You want to choose a book. You are not going to scan these informations in that book. You are just skimming that book. Okay, tell me, what is this book talking about? Just skimming, or read some titles, read some informations in that book. Okay, you can't read in detail. Just generally read the book and try to understand what is this talking about. Okay, you are in a bookshop or in a library, you want to choose a book, you must to skim that book or that text. We also read quickly to get a particular piece of information. کاتا وەگوتم کاتێک کە تۆ لە کتێبخانەیەکەیت یان لا بوکشۆپێکیت ئەتەوێت کتێبێک چوز بکەیت و هەڵی بژێریت کە بخوێنیتەوە ئەو لەو کاتە تۆ ناتوانانی سکیم بکەیت ناتوانانی سکان بکەیت بچی بە دوای زانیاری ورد کە بزانی ساڵی چەند بووە یاخۆ ساڵی ئەوەنە چی ڕوویاوە ناوەکێکیە بووە تەنها تۆ ئەتوانی سکیمی بکەیت بە جەنەڕاڵی سەیری بابەتەکە بکەیت بزانم ئەم کتێبە باسی فیزیکە باسی ساینسە باسی ئەگریکەڵچەرە باسی چییە okay? تەنها بەگشتی سەیری ئەەکەیت it means skimming. Okay, we also read quickly to get a particular piece of information such as date, telephone number, or name of a restaurant. This is called scanning. Scanning, it means getting specific information. We scan timetables, telephone directories, dictionaries, and web pages. Okay. At the other times, we need to read more carefully. For example, we read a textbook, an article, or a report to understand everything. Okay, to understand everything. When you want to understand everything, this is called intensive reading or study reading. Number 3, intensive reading or study reading. Then we read slowly and check the meaning. We use our dictionaries a lot to help us. Okay. ئەم جۆران ئەوەی کە ئەتەوێت لە هەموو شتێک تێبگەیت وەک گوتم سعیکردنە شەوازی سعیکردن ئەتەوێت لە هەموو شتێک تێبگەیت هەموو یاسایەک یاخود هەموو ئەو شتانی کە باس کرا و زانیاریەکان بیزانیت واتوانیت دیکشنەری بەکاربهێنیت بۆ دەستکەوتنی مانا. Dictionary, it means قاموس. Perhaps we take notes and try to remember things. Sometimes we need to learn things by heart. What does it mean? Sometimes we need to learn things by heart. It means عندك كات بيستا شتاكا بدل فير ببين. For example, what? A poem or mathematical equation or equation. It means كاتك تؤتي mathematical rule like لبركيد يعني بتواني شارزابي ليتو بزاني يا سايكي بيحل بكيت أبد بدل شتاكا فير ببين بدل بيخوانيت ياخد بوم يكون راويك أتوي ليتي بكيت بيسا بدل بيخوانيت بويلات آسان به. Okay. Be careful about study skill boxes because they are very important. They're gonna summarize everything for us. Summarizing the main point and the main ideas, summarizing rules for us. A good reader reads in different ways. Sometimes you read slowly and carefully, okay? This study skill box summarizes the ways of reading for us. We have 3 ways of reading, okay? Sometimes we read slowly and carefully. We have intensive reading or study reading. They are same. Intensive reading or study reading, number 1. At other times, you read quickly for general ideas, skimming. Number 2, skimming, just for general idea. Or for information, scanning. A good reader chooses the right way to read. A good reader chooses the right way for reading and the right place for reading and the right speed. کات خوێنەری باش ئەو کەسێکە شوێنی باش ڕێگەی باش وهروها speed خێرایی باش هەڵئەبژێرێت بۆ خوێندنەوەکەی. Look at this picture. What is she doing? Where is she? What is the baby doing? Okay, this woman going to choose a book for reading. She is in the bookshop or she's in the library. And her boy crying a lot. Okay, tell me, how can she read that book or she's going to choose that book? Can you tell me, can you predict the way of reading? Which way of reading she will use? Okay. She's going to use skimming because she's in the bookshop or library. She just want to skim it. Okay, she just want to choose a book, that's why she use skimming. We have 3 situations in here and we have ways of reading. Try to choose one of them for these situations. Okay, let's read it. Number 1. Okay, before reading situations, we have 3 ways of reading: study reading, skimming, and scanning. Reading a chapter of a physics textbook to understand a topic. You have an examination and you must to understand everything. You need to understand all of them. Okay. Which way of reading belongs to that? You have an examinations and you have to understand physics textbook. Number 2, looking for a room number on an exam timetable. Room number. We have a number in here. Okay. Number 3, choosing an interesting book to read. You are in the shop or in the library. You want to choose a book. And number 3, choosing an interesting book to read. We have study reading and skimming and scanning. Which options belong to which number? Okay, I will give you 2 seconds. Think about it. Okay, reading chapter of physics textbooks to understand a topic, to understand everything, it means study reading. And looking for a room number, year, and names belongs to scanning. Choosing an interesting book to read belongs to skimming. That's all about skimming and scanning. Okay, in here, in writing part, we have some rules of capitalization. Capitalization rules belongs to what? To punctuation. كاتا إما اللي رأي سكاني capital letters مان هيا اللي كوي أتواني إما بيتا كان با capital بنوسين كجيان كينو لسمول letter كان چەند یاسایەک مان هەیە بەپێی ئەم شوێنانەوە بەپێی ئەم ڕوڵانە ئێمە ئەتوانین capitalization بەکار بهێنین. Okay. Match rules A to F from the study skill box with the different uses of capital letters 1 to 6 in the sentence. In here we have some rules. Let's read it. Use capital letters for the first letter of. Okay, first letter of what? The first word in a sentence. Okay, the beginning of a new sentence, we must use capital letters. The beginning of a new sentence. Or after full stop. After full stop, we must use capital letters. Okay. In people's name, Nora, Ahmad, Muhammad, Sarah, Helene, we must use capital letters at the beginning. Okay. We must start with the capital letters. And titles like Mr., Miss, Professor, Doctor, and Professor Assistant, we must use capital letters at the beginning of them. And D, cities, countries like Turkey, Beijing, Iraq, American, Europe, Sulaimanyah, Erbil, and languages like English, Malay, it means Malaysian language. Zmani, Malizi. N, we have, for example, Spanish, French, Malay, Turkish. We must start them by capital letters. The name of school, college, companies like International College or a company like Microsoft, we must write them as a capital letters. Or for example, we have food science, food, and the S for science. We must write them as a capital letter. Or horticulture department, H, horticulture, H for horti, and horticulture department, and D for department. We must write them as a capital letters because belonging to this rule, the name of school, college, companies, universities, we must use or we must write the first letters as a capital letter. أما يا سكاني capitalization نمشون أتوانين capital letter بكار بهنين. Remember, use a full stop at the end of a sentence. Using full stop is very important. Why? Because when you write a full stop, it can tell you that idea finished or this sentence finished. Okay? And you must write a new sentence. You must start with the capital letters and use a question mark at the end of a question. We use full stop at the end of sentences and we use question mark at the end of question. In here we have some situations, some letters highlighted by yellow, okay, belonging to which of these rules we can write them as a capital letters. Okay, that highlighted one, capitalize it. Why? Okay, according to which rule we write them as a capital letter. For example, my name is Victor. M, highlight it and capitalize it. Why? Okay, belonging to letter A, the first word or in a sentence must write as a capital letters. That's why we write this as a capital letter according to letter A. And you, okay, my name is Victor and I'm a student at the University of Oporto in Portugal. U and O, capitalize it. Why? According to which rule? Okay, because that's the name of university, University of Oporto, University of Sulaimanyah, according to letter F. I'm studying French, Russian, and English because I like languages. Okay, F-R-E, capital S, or highlighted and capitalize it. Why? Because I like languages. I like languages. That is clear because they are languages. أنا زمان خوي وجودي من حزم لزمان أبوكو French, Russian, and English. كاتب French, Russian, English. زمانة language. That's why letter E. Dr. Afzal Ahmed. Doctor. That D written as a capital letters because. Okay, which rule belongs to this? Because C, titles, that's a title for a person, and that's a new sentence, the beginning of a new sentence. Letter A and letter C belongs to this one, belongs to doctor. Afzal Ahmed, that's the name of a person, that's why letter B belongs to this one. Okay, Dr. Afzal Ahmed is 36 years old. He's a doctor. And he comes from a small town near Madras in the south of India. M and I capitalize it according to which rules? According to rule D, because that's the name of country and the name of city. Okay. Rewrite the pairs of a sentence, add capital letters and full stop or question marks. In here we have 5 sentences. We must write them as a capital letters. All of the letters written in a small size, in a small letters, we must change them and we must check them. Okay? We must add capital letters in full stop or question mark if we have a question. For example, number 1, my name is Amin Alpay. I'm a teacher at the Middle East Technical University in Ankara. Okay, we must use these rules. By these rules we can use these rules in here in this exercise and changing them to capital letters. We have am in here, the beginning of a new sentence, and E for Amin Alpay because that's the name of person, Amin Alpay. We can write a full stop in here. After full stop, we must start at the capital letters. Okay, I'm a teacher at the Middle East Technical University in Ankara. Okay, that's the name of that university, M-E-T-U, and Ankara, we must write them as a capital letter. Okay, and write full stop at the end. Okay, do the others by yourself. Okay, that will be a homework for you. Number 2 till number 5. That's a homework for you. Do it by yourself, and you can bring it on a paper and you can send it in the classroom. You can send it to me. Okay, don't forget that will be a homework for you. For the next lecture I will collect it from you. homework أبي وطن لدرسي دهاتو لتنكو أكمل. Okay, look at this. In here we have 2 paragraphs. One of them about Muna Said and the other one about Dr. Lee. Muna Said directly describes herself, but for Dr. Lee, someone else talking about or describing Dr. Lee. We must read them, and after that we will skim this paragraph. As we mentioned before, we have skim and scan. We will skim this after we read this. Okay, let's read it. My name is Muna Said and I'm from Manama. It's the capital city of Bahrain. Look at this. Look at the capital letters in here. M and S, Manama, because that's a city or country. The capital city of Bahrain, that's a country. Okay, and we have a full stop starting with capital letters. Okay, remember the capital letters, the rules of capital letters, use it in here. Okay, focus on them and I will read them. I'm a student at Bahrain Training Institute. I'm a student at Bahrain Training Institute. I'm studying computer programming. كواتخو كشاري منامايا كبايتختي ولاتي بحرين لا بيمانجاي بحرين أخوانت كبروغراميني كمبيوتر أخوانه. I hope to work in a bank one day. That is her dream. Okay, her dream. I'm 18 years old and I'm single. I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters. We all live with our parents and grandmother in a large house. Okay, we live with our parents' parent. What does it mean? It means father and mother. Daikubak. And grandmother in a large house in the suburbs. Suburb. What does it mean? Suburb, it means outside the city or country. Outside the city. Okay. بمعنى الدرب والشاريات. Okay. Of Manama, I speak Arabic and English quite well. She can speak Arabic and English quite well. Quite well, it means very good. I also understand Farsi, but I can't speak it very well. In my free time, I like reading novels, watching TV, and playing computer games. قالت لك كاتبة غلقاني حس أكاد نوفل بخوانتها سيري تي في بكات وهروا بكمبيوتر ياري بكات. This paragraph describing Muna Said and talking about this, talking about her life, her lifestyle. Let's skim it. سبا سكيم كين بجنرالي سري جياني Muna Said كين. كاتك إما بمعنى بجنرالي سري جياني كسي بكين ياخد سكيم بكين بيزناك إما بشينا ديتيلو باسي وردكاري جياني بكين. تنها بقشتي سري باراجراف كاكين آية أم باراجراف باسي چی کرد. Describing what? Okay. For scheme, we can say this paragraph describes someone's lifestyle or someone's family or describes someone's education. Okay? We are free. You can use one of them. Describe someone's family, describe someone's education, describe someone's lifestyle, okay? Or describe someone's hobby, or talking about someone's dream. كباسي خوني كاسك أكاد باسي lifestyle كاسك أكاد أو بي أو تريس سكيم كردن. بلام أجر إما بين سكاني كين. Let's scan it. How old is she? What is her name? Where is she from? What is her dream? How many brothers and sisters does she has? Okay, how many brothers and sisters? Okay. How many languages does she can speak? Okay. That is scanning. Okay, because that's a detail of her life, talking about details, talking about numbers. How old is she? She's 18 years old. How many sisters and brothers does she have? She have 2 brothers and 3 sisters. How many languages? She can speak Arabic and English quite well, and she can understand Farsi. Okay, that is scanning. It means specific information about her. كاتا زانياري تايبتي كان بي أوتري scanning. إما تواني برقي scanning زانياري تايبتي كان من دسكه. And also we have this paragraph about Doctorly. Let's read it and let's explain it and let's scan and skim this paragraph. Okay, as I mentioned it before, this paragraph someone else described Doctorly for us. He's not directly described himself. قاعد أم paragraph Doctorly كسي كتر باسي جياني دكتورلي من بو أكاد أو نية كدكتورلي راستو خوك ومناسعيد باسي جياني خوي بكاد. Doctorly is Chinese and comes from Shanghai in China. He teaches mathematics and computing at Kuala Lumpur University. He is an assistant professor in the Faculty of Science. قاعد خلقي شانغهاي لتشاينا وهروها تشي ألتو ما مصايشيا mathematics and computing. Computing it means جميرياري لا جامعي كوالالمبور أو ياري دادري بروفيسورة لا faculty زانست. Okay, he's graduate of Shanghai University. Graduate it means finished his university. It means تخرجي كردوا لا Shanghai University and has PhD from the USA. و PhD كي شهادة دكتوراه لكيوبا دسيناوا USA America. Dr. Lee speaks many languages as well as Chinese. He speaks very good English, French, Malay. He's 35 years old and he's married with 2 children. They live in a small flat on the university campus. He likes music very much and he's an excellent pianist. قاعدة دكتور لي شمس مانك أتوانا قصبكات وهرواتە منیستی و پێنج ساڵ و زەواجی کردووە و دوو مناڵی هەیە کە هەمویان لە فڵاتێکە ئەژین. We have two types of home. We have house. Okay, we have house and we have flat. House, it means independent house, independent home. واتە خانووی سەربەخۆ. Flat, it means building, it means شقة. Flat شقەیە، house خانووی سەربەخۆیە. کات ئەم لە فلاتێکاژی لە شقەیەکاژی لە ناو کەمپسی جامیعە. He likes music very well and he's an excellent pianist. وەنەکەشێکی زۆر باشە. Dr. Lee likes teaching at university, but in the future he wants to return to China to continue his research. Okay, that is his dream. His dream is returning to China to continue his research. کات ئەمە خەونی ئەوە بگەڕێتەوە بۆ چاینە و بەحسەکەی یاخود ریسێرچەکەی لەوێ تەواو بکات، توێژینەوەکەی لەوێ تەواو بکات. Okay, let's skim and scan this paragraph. At the first, let's skim it. What is this paragraph talking about? Don't read anything, okay? Don't read these details. Only tell me, what is this paragraph talking about? We must generally describe this. Okay, for scanning and for skimming, it means generally talking about this paragraph, talking about this text about Dr. Lee. We can say this paragraph talking about someone's life or describe someone's lifestyle, describe someone's family. Okay, we can say describe someone's education. خوێندنی کەسێک باس ئەکات. Okay, you are free, you can use one of them. Talking about someone's dream, someone's hobby. That is skimming. Let's scan it. And now let's scan it. Scan, it means specific information. Like what? How old is he? He's 35. Where is he from? He's from Shanghai in China. Okay. What is his title? He's assistant professor. Where did he get his PhD? Where? In where? He got his PhD from USA. Batala USA 20 دكتوراكي بدرس بهنت. How many languages can he speak? وزمانه كان كايزانت. Okay. He's married or single? Of course, he's married with 2 children. Okay. That is belonging to scanning. This specific information belongs to scanning. We have another exercise for more understanding. Exercise كترمان هي بو زياتر تيبقان. Look at this. Scan. Directly tell us. Scan the text on page 6 to complete the table with information about Muna Said and Dr. Lee. We have this table. Okay, directly this exercise tell us scan the information about Muna Said and Dr. Lee. We have city, country, job, age, flat or house, married or single, children, language, other information. The answer of these questions belongs to scanning. Belongs to what? Belongs to scanning because they are specific. They are not general. They are specific. They are belongs to someone's life. Okay, the city, country, job, age. Okay, تمني خانوكي ياخد حالة زواج كنكي married ياخد single وجماري منالكاني أجر married وزماناني إزاني وزانيري كاني تري درباري أم كسا كات أم زانيري أنا أجرتو بو scan كردن. And let's scan the information about Muna Said and Dr. Lee. We scanned it before here we scanned the information, and now scan your information. Like, for example, my city is Sulaimanyah. for me, Sulaimanyah, and country, Iraq, job, teacher, okay, like this. And you can do it for yourself. Scan your information and write your information in here. Scan your information. You can use this paragraph about Muna Said. Okay, make this paragraph as a model for yourself. Okay, use it as a model for yourself. If I tell you write a paragraph about yourself or describe your life, you can write like this. Okay, like Muna Said, you can describe your life. That will be a model for you. أتوان أو paragraph Muna Said وكو موديلك بو خطان بكاري بهنن. Okay, in here we are going to talk about linking ideas. إما شلون أتواني idea كان بيكو ببستينو. How can we join two sentences together? How? I'm not going to talk about word plus word. Not this one. I'm going to talk about linking or joining two sentences together. Sentence plus sentence. Sorry about my handwriting. Okay, we are going to talk about sentence plus sentence. How can we join two sentences together? I'm not talking about word and word. I'm talking about joining two sentences together. Sentence number 1 and sentence number 2. Okay, in here we have and but. We can use them for joining sentences together, for linking sentences together. Use and or but to join sentence. Look at the examples. Okay, we can use and but for joining sentences together. And but. If we have two sentences, sentence number 1 and sentence number 2, we want to join them together. If they are same, both of them positive, you can use and for joining them together. But if they are not same, they are contrast each other, they are against each other. أجر بيتواني يكتربون against each other, we use but for joining them. For example, one of them positive, the other one negative. In this time, we use but for joining them. Okay? But be careful, sometimes we don't have any negative words like not. Sorry, I can't write in here. Like note. We don't have not, but the meaning of that word is negative. هندكات إما وشي negative يشمعني بلام رستكي ترستكي دوام يعني أخذ رستي يكم يم معناي بيشواني رستكي ترى. أقدر بن هندكات not معني بلام رستكي معناي بيشواني هي معناي negative هي. We have two examples in here. Let's read them. Hassan lives in Izmir. He works in an internet cafe. Okay, Hassan lives in Izmir, sentence number 1. That is positive. And he works in an internet cafe. Okay, that is positive. Both of them positive. We use and for joining two positive sentences. Same idea, to joining two same ideas. Okay, but the other one, let's read it. Don't forget full stop. Okay, don't forget using full stop at the end. I understand Farsi, that is positive, okay? I don't speak it very well, that one is negative, that is not positive. The meaning of the sentence is negative, that's why. Two different ideas or two against ideas, two opposite ideas, for joining them we use but. Remember, use a comma before but. We must write a comma before but. As in here we have a comma. I understand Farsi, comma, but I don't speak it very well. Because they are different ideas لبرای پیچانن idea kan وکو یک نیه که negative و یک positive بوی ام بطمع بکار هنا بو بس نوعا. Why we must do link ideas? We link ideas together to make our writing easier to follow, easier to read, okay? Easier to read and easier to understand. ام بوچی idea kan بکو ابستینو ببکار هنانی اندو بات چکو اکاد بو understand بو تگشتن من آسان تر به و هر و بو خوندوش من آسان تر به. In here we have 6 sentences. We must join them. Okay, we must join them by using and or but. For example, I'm 18 years old. Full stop, I'm single. That is positive. That is positive. We use and in here to join them together. And. Number 2, I'm from Turkey. Full stop, I live in a capital, Ankara. Both of them positive. That's why we use and. I'm from Turkey and I live in the capital, Ankara. Number 3, Joe comes from India, full stop. He's working in Germany at the moment. Okay, where is he from? He's from India, but right now he's not in India, he's in Germany. Be careful, they are not same. They are opposite each other. Joe comes from India, he's working in Germany at the moment. He's not in the India right now, he's in Germany. That's why we use but for joining them together. For joining them we use but. Joe comes from India, but he is working in Germany at the moment. Okay? And the others for yourself. The others for yourself. Do it by yourself. That is easy, that is not hard. Okay? Read the rules. Use the information from the table in exercise 4 to write a paragraph about you for a class journal. Okay? We have a rule in here to describe people and what they do. Use the present simple. When you write about yourself or other people's or your friend, your teacher, okay, your celebrity or your boss, you must use present simple for describing other people's or describing yourself. كاتب باسي كسي كي ياخد باسي هاوري كتبت باسي كسي كي ناو دار بيت ياخد باسي هاوري كتبت بيستو present simple بكار بهنيت present simple. Okay, when you write about other people's, for example, if the subject is singular, we must to add is for the verb. كاتك subject كمان تكبت بسمع add is example كم بوسر verb كمان like he likes, she likes, or George lives. And writing about people. In here we have an examination for, we have a homework for you. I will give you a homework number 2 in this unit. Homework number 2. Okay, write a paragraph about yourself. Describe yourself. Like Muna said, describe yourself. Write a paragraph. وەکو چۆن ئێمە پەرەگرافێکمان هەبوو دەربارەی موناسایت بە هەمان شێوە پەرەگرافێک بنووسە دەربارەی ژیانی خۆت و هەروەها بیرت نەچێ use the rule of capitalization and use and or but for joining sentences together. Okay? کاتە ئەو پەرەگرافەکە ئەینووسی دەربارەی خۆت پێویستە تۆ یاساکانی کەپیتەڵایزیشن بەکار بهێنیت و ئەوەشت بیر نەچێت کەم بۆ باسکردنی خۆمان یاخود کەسانی تر present simple بەکار ئەهێنین. وەک گوتم ئەو پەرەگرافی موناسایت بکەنە نمونەیەک بۆ خۆتان بەو شێوازە پەرەگرافێک دەربارەی خۆتان بنووسن و and you can send it to me. But because that is this semester we are going to talk about reading and writing, I want to see your writing. And please write on a paper and bring it for me. تکایە لەسەر پەیپەرێک بنووسن لەسەر پەیپەر بۆم بنووش کەمێ فۆکەسمان لەسەر ڕایتینگە من ئەمێ ڕایتینگەکانی ئێوە ببینم لەسەر پەیپەر بۆم بنووسن و دواتر لە لێکچەری داهاتوو لەگەڵ کەپیتەڵایزیشنەکە هۆموەرکی کەپیتەڵایزیشن و ئەم هۆموەرکی writing پەرەگرافە بەیەکەوە بۆم بهێنن. Okay, before handing or before submit you must to check something. You must to check your writing. پێش ئەوەی کە ڕادستی بکەیت هۆموەرکەکەت پێویستە چێکی چەند شتێک بکەیت like what? Like spelling, capital letters, punctuation and grammar. Okay, you must to check these points. After that you can hand in, you can submit, because spelling is very important and capital letters, punctuations and grammar, they are very important in writing. Okay, in here we have an exercise. Let us do it together. My name is Sonia. I come from Brazil. I'm a teacher in a school. We have this paragraph. We have this sentence that is wrong. This one and the others is wrong. Let's make it correct. Okay, that is wrong. We must make it to be correct. According to what that is wrong? According to writing. بەپێی writing ئەمە غەڵەتە mistake-مان هەیە غەڵەتمان هەیە هەڵەمان هەیە لەم ڕستەیە ئەبێ ڕاستی بکەینەوە بزانین غەڵەتەکەشمان چییە دیاری بکەین. According to spelling, capital letters, punctuation and grammar. According to them we have a mistake and that is wrong. The sentence is wrong. Let's make it to be correct. با دیاریکەین هەڵەکانمان بۆ هەروەها ڕاستی بکەینەوە. My name is Sonia. I come from Brazil. I'm a teacher in a school. Okay. My name according to spelling, that is wrong because E missed. And I come from Brazil. B, that is wrong because the name of city and country must be capital according to capital letters. Full stop, I, it must be capital because after full stop we must write with a capital letter. I'm a teacher in a school. Okay, be careful. Check spelling, capital letters, punctuation and grammar before submitting, before handing. That's all for now. For the next lecture in the classroom, I will explain vocabulary development and the review for Unit 1. Okay? Have a good time, have a good day. If you have a question, you can comment below. Okay? Don't hesitate. Please, if you have a question, if you don't understand something, you can ask. أقل لشتك تناقشتوي أتواني برسيار كد ياخد comment بنوسيت. Don't hesitate. Please ask a question if you don't understand. Okay, have a good time. Have a good health. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.